So if you guys watch my channel at all, you know that I travel semi-frequently for work. And if you travel a lot, you also know that finding healthy options to eat is often sometimes really hard, if not impossible. Airports and hospitals, which I'm in a lot, are notorious for having lots of unhealthy food. So I started seeing these farmer's fridge vending machines around airports and in some hospitals, and I thought to myself, can a salad from a vending machine really be that delicious? Like, I don't understand the buzz around this. Is it really that good? Well, I actually tried one a couple weeks ago from one of these vending machines, and yes, it was really that good. The only downside to these is that they are pretty pricey, but in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how you can recreate these delicious salads and bowls at home for less than a third of the price. So just a little bit of background on Farmer's Fridge if you're not familiar with them. They actually started in 2013 with a network of these smart fridges, and they placed them in offices, on college campuses, in hospitals, stores, coffee shops, and airports. And their goal was to make finding fresh food as simple as finding a bag of chips. Today, they have more than 400 smart fridges across the United States. And in 2020, during the start of the pandemic, they actually saw a sharp decline in sales due to people staying home. And so they actually started doing UPS delivery of their salads and bowls as well. The great thing about their bowls and their salads is that each one includes one or more servings of fruit and vegetables. And they are a fantastic option if you are on the go and you need something super quick that is relatively healthy and easy to eat. It can be super difficult to find really healthy foods in places like airports and hospitals, and so that's why these smart fridges are so successful there. The only downside to these is that they can be quite pricey. I actually think that they are a little bit pricier than a fast food salad that you would get, but also keep in mind that the quality is a little bit better. So when we're looking to save money in today's economy, it's not just with food, right? Saving money on gas is super important too, and that is where Upside comes in. Thank you so much to Upside for sponsoring today's video. So if you guys aren't familiar with Upside, I've actually worked with them before several times here on my channel, and I love working with them because I actually use their app and it is fantastic. Upside is an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out, and with every purchase you can earn cash back thanks to Upside. The Upside app definitely isn't too good to be true. I've used it and it works. It's obviously a no-brainer if you buy gas. To get started, you can download the free Upside app in the App Store or the Google Play Store. Use my promo code Chapin, that's CHAPIN, and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. Next, you can claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Go ahead and check in at the business, pay as usual with a credit or debit card, and get paid. In comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can actually earn 3 times more cash back with Upside, and then you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. I definitely love getting Amazon gift cards with my Upside app. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. How crazy is that? That's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store. So definitely check out the link in the description box below. Download the free Upside app to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. The link will be in the description box below. And once again, the promo code is Chapin, CHAPIN. Okay, so back to the jar salads and bowls. I wanted to see if I could recreate these at home, and I wanted to see A, just how much money I could save by doing that, and B, if they would taste just as good. So I placed an order from Farmer's Fridge for home delivery. Yes, they have home delivery. They also have an app that's super easy to use. So I ordered a Thai noodle bowl for $6.79, an apple pecan chicken salad for $9.99, the North Napa salad for $8.99. I also ordered the green goddess salad for $8.99, a Baja Bowl for $7.99, a Mediterranean bowl for $6.99, and a chicken Caprese bowl for $9.99. With tax and shipping, my total came to $69.91 for a combination of 7 salads and bowls. I actually want to say that I don't think that's a terrible price, especially if you're short on time and you want like really healthy, easy to grab and go things in your fridge. If you're super busy during the week, I actually think it's a pretty reasonable price for prepared food. If you guys want to try out Farmer's Fridge delivery, I just wanted to say that I'm not affiliated with or sponsored by them in any way, but I will leave a link to their site in the description box below, along with a $10 off coupon code if you want to try them out. However, if you are like me and you like to cook and you have a little bit of time on the weekend, you can actually make these in a couple hours or less. And the good news is that it's going to be a third or less in some instances of the price that you'll pay to buy them already prepared. So like I said, you can save a ton of money by recreating these at home. And today I'm going to show you how. Today I recreated 6 of these Farmer's Fridge salads and bowls, all in mason jars. And I've also calculated how much these cost to put together with items from the grocery store so we can see just how much we can save. The best part about these recipes too is a lot of the jars use similar ingredients, so you really only have to purchase them once, so you can also save money by doing that. And if you want to recreate any of these recipes, I will have a printable linked down in the description box below where you can download basically the ingredients and the instructions to make all of these recipes that I'm going to show you today. Okay, so the first Farmer's Fridge jar salad that I tried to recreate was the apple pecan chicken salad. This salad has an apple chicken quinoa, which is a combination of quinoa, apples, lemon juice, grilled chicken, celery, dried cranberries, cucumber, and then of course salt and pepper. It also has spinach in it, some candied pecans, feta cheese, and balsamic vinaigrette, and this salad retails for $9.99. A bunch of these recipes called for cooked quinoa, so I went ahead and cooked some rainbow quinoa and let that cool. So for the apple chicken quinoa, I've got some rainbow quinoa in the bowl here. I'm gonna add some chopped apples, some lemon juice that's going to obviously add flavor and then help the apples from getting brown. Some diced chicken breast. I'm also going to add some dried cranberries, some cucumber, and then we're also going to add some chopped celery. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a stir and then I will go ahead and taste it for seasoning. Okay, so I'm going to carefully add my apple chicken quinoa mixture to the bottom of my jar here. I've got a large wide mouth ball jar. Next we're going to add some feta, and then we'll add our greens. And then I just have a little plastic cup here. You can save these like from takeout, or you can also get one from like an applesauce cup or something like that. And then I'm just gonna put the lid on. This goes with some balsamic vinaigrette, so let me grab that. Okay, this is just some Newman's Own balsamic vinaigrette, so I'm gonna add it to my dressing cup here. Apple pecan chicken salad. This is one of my favorites. So for the at-home cost of this salad, it was $4.47. Purchased from Farmer's Fridge, $11.69. So you can see what a significant savings this is. A savings of $7.22 per serving. Wow. Next up, I recreated the North Napa salad. This is a delicious combination of flavors that I really would never think to combine before if I hadn't seen this from Farmer's Fridge. This one has Napa cabbage, red grapes, spring mix, cucumber, chickpeas, feta cheese, dried cherries, roasted pistachios, and then a balsamic vinaigrette. And this salad retails for $8.99. For this North Napa salad, we're gonna start out with some red grapes in the bottom. Make sure you pick the best grapes that are nice and firm, not smushy ones. Next, we're gonna add some chickpeas. I washed up some Napa cabbage, so I'm gonna add a nice layer of that. I'm gonna pack it down a little bit because cabbage will stay good in the fridge for quite a while. I'm gonna add some cucumber. And then on top, I'm gonna add some feta cheese. And then on this one, we're gonna add some roasted pistachios. And the recipe calls for dried cherries, but I couldn't find any at my store, so we're just gonna use cranberries and pistachios. Yum. I'm gonna add that to the top and screw that on. This one calls for some balsamic vinaigrette as well. I'm gonna add my balsamic vinaigrette to a dressing cup. Boom. Delicious. For this salad, the at-home cost to make it was only $3.60. Purchased, it was $10.62, including tax and shipping. So that is a significant savings as well. $7.02 worth of savings per serving. Fantastic. Love recreating these at home. The next bowl that I got from Farmer's Fridge that I wanted to recreate was the chicken caprese bowl. This is one of my favorites, and this is actually one that I also tried from a vending machine while I was traveling for work. This one has a caprese couscous, which is basically just couscous and grilled chicken and basil oil. It also has balsamic onions, cherry tomatoes, mozzarella, pearls, and spinach. And this one retails for $9.99. So to make the red pickled onions, I'm gonna go ahead and add some red wine vinegar to a saucepan with some sugar and salt and bring that to a boil. There's a couple different recipes that call for these, so I just went ahead and made a batch with half an onion. Hello, Milo, popping up there. I went ahead and sliced my red onion, and then when the liquid came to a boil, I tossed in the onion, gave it a stir, and turned the heat off. Let that cool, and then you can refrigerate it for up to 2 weeks. And as I mentioned before, all of these recipes will be linked in the description box below in a handy printable if you'd like to make them. I also had some fresh basil from my back deck, about 4 cups of that. So I made some homemade basil pesto, and I'm going to be using that obviously for this caprese bowl to flavor the couscous that goes into the jar. I also went ahead and boiled some Israeli couscous. It only takes about 5 minutes to cook. Once it's done cooking, you just want to rinse it really thoroughly with cold water. To make the caprese couscous, I am gonna go ahead and take a little bit of basil pesto. This is homemade basil pesto. I grew a bunch of basil out on my back deck and made it into a delicious pesto. So we're gonna put some of that in there, and then we're gonna add some of this Israeli couscous, and I'm just gonna give this a stir. You can just mix this together per your tastes. So if you want it to be a little bit stronger with pesto flavor, add more. Less strong, add less. Next, I'm gonna add some mozzarella pearls. This is what I'm using. These are the ones packed in water. You can use any type of fresh mozzarella. If you just have the kind that's in like a log or a ball, you can go ahead and cube it up, or you could use this kind or the pearl mozzarella as well. And then the only other thing to add is just some cherry tomatoes. So again, as many or as little as you want. And that's it. We've got our caprese couscous salad. Okay, so here's how we're gonna put together this chicken caprese bowl. So I've got a pint ball jar here, but this is one of the wide mouth ones. So the first layer that I'm gonna put in there is just a few pickled onions. You can put as many or as little of these as you like. I don't want too many, so I'm just gonna put a few. The next layer I'm going to put in is my chicken. So again, spoonful of that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill in with my caprese couscous. And then the last step is some spinach or spring mix or arugula, whatever you would like to put in there. There we go. Chicken caprese couscous bowl. Okay, so the at-home cost to make this salad in a jar was $3.93. Purchased $11.69. So the savings on this one is significant as well. $7.76 per salad. Crazy. Next up is the Baja Bowl. This is actually the one that I very first tried when I was traveling from one of the Farmer's Fridges, and I thought that it was a really delicious lunch, so I was really excited to recreate it at home. This one has Baja quinoa, which includes quinoa, black beans, corn, tomatoes, red onion, jalapenos, lime juice, and cilantro. It also includes some roasted potatoes. So basically potatoes cubed up and tossed with a Southwest seasoning and some oil. It also has cabbage in it, tortilla strips, and then a sort of like a fiesta dressing, I guess, made with Greek yogurt, mayo, lime juice, water, salt, and paprika. And this bowl retails for $7.99. So to make the Baja quinoa, we're gonna add a little bit of quinoa to a bowl here. Some corn, black beans, some tomatoes, red onion, cilantro. Also need some lime juice. I think I'm gonna add the whole lime, the juice of the whole lime, just because it seems like it's not super juicy. I'm gonna add a little bit of diced jalapeno, and then we'll sprinkle with some salt and just give that a toss. And then go ahead and taste this, see if it needs anything. This would be really good just right on its own. Yum. To make the roasted potatoes for this bowl, I had some yellow potatoes on hand. I didn't even bother peeling these. I'm just gonna chop them up into bite-sized pieces. You wanna make sure that they are small enough so that you can fit them nicely into the jar. And I'm putting these into a bowl, and then I will drizzle these with a little bit of avocado oil or olive oil, season them with taco seasoning or Southwest seasoning and salt and pepper. I roasted these in the air fryer. It only took about 12 minutes, but if you don't have an air fryer, obviously you can roast these in the oven as well. Super quick. And then I went ahead and chopped up some cabbage. I had cabbage in my fridge already, so that's why I'm chopping this up, but you could buy a bagged mix if you wanted to save time. Okay, so for the Baja quinoa bowl, we started out with a pint-sized mason jar. I already put some of the quinoa in there. Next, I'm gonna add some of the roasted potatoes. Next, we're gonna add some cabbage blend. And then I think I am going to put the dressing and the tortilla chips separate because I wanna make sure that they don't get soggy. Okay, so you can find these tortilla strips at the grocery store, kind of by where like the, salad fixings are. I'm gonna have to crunch them to get them to fit in this cup. If you don't wanna purchase these, totally fine. You can just use crunched up tortilla chips, just as effective. And then for the dressing, I'm gonna use this Hidden Valley Chipotle Ranch. You could also make your own if you wanted to take some ranch dressing and mix it with a little bit of taco seasoning or chipotle peppers. Either way, this is also one of my favorites from Farmer's Fridge, so I'm really excited to see how this tastes homemade. It looks delicious. So I think this one honestly has the most savings. The at-home cost to make this was only $2.17. Purchased from Farmer's Fridge, $9.55. So you can see just how much of a savings you can get by making this at home. $7.38 per serving of savings. Okay, the next bowl I got was the Mediterranean bowl. This one was delicious, and I was so glad that I was able to recreate it at home. This bowl contains a quinoa tabbouleh, which includes quinoa, cucumber, tomatoes, red onion, parsley, lemon juice, oil, salt, and pepper. It also includes chickpeas, feta cheese, spinach, and a lemon tahini dressing. And this bowl retails for $6.99. Okay, so to make the quinoa tabbouleh, I'm just going to add some of the cooked quinoa to this bowl. I've made tabbouleh a lot before, but normally I make it with bulgur wheat. Either way, it's delicious. I'm gonna add some onions, red onions that I chopped up, some tomatoes that I chopped up, some fresh parsley, some cucumber, and then I'm gonna drizzle just a little bit of olive oil over there. And then we need some lemon juice. This is a small batch. I'm just gonna use half a lemon, but you can use as little or as much as you like. And then some fresh pepper and some salt. And I would go ahead and taste it too. At this point, it's gonna depend on how much of this you make, and then you can just season it to your liking. For the Mediterranean bowl, I'm starting out with a pint-sized jar, just regular size mouth on it. So I'm gonna use this handy dandy little funnel. I will link this down below. I got mine on Amazon, super cheap. So I'm gonna put some of my quinoa tabbouleh down into the bottom. And then next I'm gonna add some chickpeas, some feta cheese. I cubed this on my own because I prefer to buy the feta in a whole block and cube it myself. It's just so much fresher. And then you can top with spinach or arugula or spring mix. And then we'll just put a lid on this. And then the last thing is some dressing. I'm not gonna put it in the jar just because I can pack it separately. So this particular bowl or salad, I guess, has a lemon tahini dressing. I got this one from Hungry Root, but you can find recipes online and make it yourself, or probably even find one in the grocery store as well. So I just have a little disposable dressing cup here. I'm gonna add a few spoonfuls to that. Here is our Mediterranean bowl, complete with the lemon tahini dressing. So this one to make at home costs $4.34, purchased $8.48. So that is a savings of $4.14 per serving. Okay, so green goddess salad. I also love green goddess dressing, so I knew that I was gonna like this one. The green goddess salad is really delicious, and it contains seasoned quinoa, lettuce, garbanzo beans, feta cheese. It also includes some pickled red onion, celery, candied pecans, and then a green goddess ranch dressing, which is Greek yogurt, canola oil, lemon juice, cilantro, parsley, mustard, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and dill. And this salad sells for $8.99. For our green goddess salad, we're using a large ball jar. I'm gonna add some quinoa to the bottom, and this is just some rainbow quinoa with a little bit of lemon juice and salt. And then next I'm gonna add some garbanzo beans, some pickled onion, as much as you like. We're gonna chop up a few small stalks of celery and add that. We've got some cubed feta cheese. We're gonna add that as well. We're gonna put some greens in there. Lastly, it calls for some candied pecans. I actually have candied walnuts because I couldn't find candied pecans at my store. This one has a green goddess dressing, so I'm gonna add that separately. This one is also really, really delicious. I've got these little packets of green goddess dressing. You could also make your own. Ina Garten has a really good green goddess dressing recipe. Here is our green goddess salad. Yum, yum. All right, so to make this salad at home, the cost is only $3.36. However, purchased, it's $10.62. So that is a huge savings of $7.26 per serving. All right, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you got some inspiration to make these bowls and salads at home, because you can do it a lot cheaper and they are still just as delicious. And don't forget to check out Upside. I'll have a link in the description box below, along with my code if you want to save money on gas. It really works. It's super easy to do, so don't forget to check that out. Thanks so much for watching. If you are interested in more meal prep videos, I'm going to put a couple on the screen right here, so you can click on one of those if you'd like to watch more meal prep. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.